but almost across the board, every website has the Eagles over/under number of wins this year at 8.5.
Yeah, I saw that. A little low to me, Jody.
It absolutely is low. They won 9 games last year. They punted their last regular season game and threw the JV out there against the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe they could have won 10, but they surely had no shot with the lineup they put out there. To me, they're an improved team. They've got a better roster. Second-year coach, another year for the quarterback. John McMullen and Jody McDonald here with you on Birds 365, hour number 2, rolling your way on a May Monday. We're counting down the days until certainly day 1, game 1, but Eagle training camp, Eagles preseason games. Yeah, the preseason schedule came out. Did the preseason schedule come out with the regular season, or did it come out earlier and I'd forgotten and I missed it?
No, it came out. The Eagles announced it with the regular season schedule, so
right.
They announced it at once. They usually announce it at different times. Back the NFL schedule used to be announced mid-April, so before the draft, usually around 16th, 17th. They keep pushing these things back to better work out that calendar I always talk about, to make it a bigger event. So, preseason is a little bit different because you're always negotiating, and it keeps changing. Remember, we're back from 4 games to 3 games. So the greatest tradition in sports is no more, Jody. The Eagles-Jets preseason finale.
Can't believe it. They're opening up against each other this year. What happened to closing it out?
Yeah. Well, there's no more 4 games. So, and when they get to 18, Dama was jumping the gun with 11-7, but they're going to get to 18, and that's going to mean it's scaled back even further to 2 games. So, yeah, the preseason's getting less and less meaningful as it is, but nobody plays as far as the veterans go. They push back those cuts. Remember, you used to have back in the days, you used to have the incremental cuts. Now it's the one big cut. So you have the vast majority of your 90 players for the whole time. And that means you can play a lot of backups for the majority of the preseason. So everything keeps changing. And this year, the joint practice with the Browns is not official, but it's pretty much official. And we'll see if they work something out with the Dolphins or the Jets. It's always easy. Last year, they went up to the Jets facility. This year, the Jets could come down to the Eagles facility. We'll see how that works out. So it's always sort of a personal negotiation more than a league thing when it comes to preseason games.
Yeah, Friday, August 12th is the scheduled game between the Eagles and the Jets. That is
not right.
Of the 3 preseason
I guess
games.
The Masters can have the saying now, a tradition unlike any other. It used to be Jets Eagles preseason. I don't know if people knew that.
Yeah. And it's in Philly this year because the Eagles have the extra home game during the regular season, which means they only have 1 preseason game, which will be that first one. August 12th, think about it. You get to go to a game August 12th, and then, oh, by the way, they're not playing another game at home until when? Because they open up on the road.
Week 2. So
Minnesota,
so
August 12th to September 19th.
Yeah.
J-Mac, that's like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You get to see your birds once, and then they go away again for 6 weeks. What the hell?
Well, the Lincoln Financial Field people, they'll have plenty of time to get everything ready for the home opener.
Monday night opener at home against the Vikings. All right, so I guess I got to get my calendar out, write that one down in advance. I am planning on being in Lincoln Financial Field on Friday night, August 12th. The question is, will I be sitting next to John McMullen in the press box, or will I try and get my hands on some tickets and be able to just go and watch it as a fan? That I haven't decided yet. But
I think you can get tickets. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
Preseason tickets are not the toughest get on the face of the planet.
yeah.
So I'll probably lean in that direction. But I could go. I haven't been up in the press box in years. I used to be there every single week when I was the host of the Eagles pregame radio host in the early mornings when we started well before the 1 o'clock kickoffs, getting breakfast in the press box. I haven't been up there in a long time, so I maybe I should make an appearance up there. That's to be determined. All right, Johnny Mac, I got to ask you a couple of over/under numbers. I was on a couple of wagering websites this past weekend, and NFL futures was one of the things I wanted to check out. And almost across the board, I think I saw one that had it at 9, but almost across the board, every website has the Eagles over under number of wins this year at 8.5.
Yeah, I saw that. A little low to me, Jody. A
It
little low.
absolutely is low. They won 9 games last year. They punted their last regular season game and threw the JV out there against the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe they could have won 10, but they surely had no shot with the lineup they put out there. To me, they're an improved team. They've got a better roster. Second-year coach, another year for the quarterback. Not saying they're winning 13 games, but how do they come back a half a game less this year than what they achieved last year? When even if you believe that oh man, I told you I did a show with my buddy and our guest from Friday when it was a triple Mac attack, Glenn Macnow, Sunday on WIP. He said it with us here on Friday, and then he said it on Sunday as well. I guess he's going with it all year. He calls the football squad from Washington the commies. And yeah, I'm as much of a flippant guy as anybody else, but I'm not going to go there. But Macnow is, more power to him. Even if you believe the football team from Washington, formerly the Redskins, maybe you now call them the commies.
The commies.
The Commodores.
The Commanders. But
the
they could
Commanders.
We could call them the Commodores too.
We can call them anything we want. That's the beauty of this. Even if you believe they're better, why with Carson Wentz at quarterback? I don't know. The Giants, new coach, new general manager, but they're losing talent rather than adding talent. I don't know how you make the argument that the Giants have actually gotten better. Why are the Eagles only at 8.5 on an over/under?
Quarterback.
The quarterback was the same, right? The quarterback hasn't changed.
Yeah,
he won 9 games. The team led by Jalen Hurts won 9 games last year.
I'm talking about the belief in the quarterback. So, it's more of a national thing. And we're going to have Matt Bergeram on in a little bit. And I noticed, and Godspeed to Matt for this, he did the old 272 regular season games.
Does it every year.
And he picked every single one of them. So I was looking at week 1 just real quick. Take a look at it. He's got the Lions beating the Eagles 27-24, I think he had. I don't agree, but we'll ask him. But I will say it's a difficult spot than if you're, and I've already said this, than if you're playing the Lions in week 11 when they know they're bad. They're going to be hyped up. It's the home opener for them. There's going to be one fans are jacked up about. It's going to be that one. It's going to be more difficult than Eagles fans expect. But to get back to your point, and by the way, I think that number's low. I think it's a good opportunity to people to go make some money because I got the Eagles at 10 or 11 wins, early in the process. Damo had them at 11. I think you had them at 11 on Friday. I think they're better than that. I think there's an opportunity, but a lot of national people don't believe in the quarterback. And if you don't believe in the quarterback, and you think people are going to adjust to him, and you mentioned he was able to be a playoff quarterback. Yeah, but one thing I always say about the NFL, now you've heard this cliche, everybody's heard this cliche, Jody. It's a copycat league, right? But it's a slow-moving copycat league. So, and I've seen it with a lot of quarterbacks over the years. One defensive coordinator figures out, all right, this is what you do to stop this particular quarterback. And then everybody it's sort of on a lag, and they look at that film and they start adjusting. The point is there's adjustments. So, you got to keep evolving as a quarterback as well. And look, there are people Philadelphia locally, I think, are very hopeful. I know the Eagles are very hopeful that Jalen Hurts improves. There's a lot of people nationally that think he's not a top tier quarterback. And I think that affects numbers like that. That's my reasoning for it. I think it's an opportunity for fans to bet on their favorite team and win some money.
I'm going up to Parks on Friday for handicapping seminar for the Preakness this Saturday, coming up at Pimlico down in Baltimore. I might have to stop by and put because that's one. If you're going to bet a future bet, you want to have a ticket, because then you got it all year. Because you're not going to get paid on it. You're not going to get any action on it. You're making a bet on a Sunday 5 minutes before kickoff. You put it on your phone. You know you're going to get it the result 3 hours and change later. If you're going to buy a futures ticket, a bet that you're not going to find out whether you're a winner or a loser for 6 months, I actually like to have a ticket. So I might go into the wagering outlet up at Parks if I'm going to put some money on the Eagles on over, which I absolutely am. I can't believe they're only 8.5. I think it should be at a minimum 9, if not 9.5. So I think that's a plus. It's plus 125 or 130 or something like that, at least on the Parks app. So you got to give a little juice, because it does look like an Eagles over wager, but I would be willing to do that. Doesn't matter once you cash. So I'm leaning toward that. All right, want to give you another over under as well for the upcoming season. This past year, this receiver had 38 receptions for 384 yards and 3 touchdowns. I'm going to just hold those numbers and set them as the over-unders. Zach Pascal did that for the Indianapolis Colts. This year, he'll be playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. So John McMullen.
You're getting me in more Zach Pascal trouble.
Zach Pascal over-under number of catches, 37.5.
Under. I'm going under. And to me, the only way he gets over is injury related, and if he plays a lot. Look, the Eagles have too many weapons now. They want to get we just talked about it with Damo. They want to get the football to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Not only those guys, they think Kenny Gainwell's going to be a splash, have a big second year as a receiver out of the backfield. You want to get Quez Watkins involved. I mean, and this is a run-first team. This is not, proven to be the team that's going to throw for 4,500 yards. Now, maybe that happens, and hopefully they can evolve into that. But right now, we're worried about getting touches to the big guys. And as far as the trickle-down effect, no. I mean, the fourth and the fifth receivers on this team are not going to get a lot of targets. The tight end too isn't going to get a lot of targets. I don't think Miles Sanders is going to get a lot of targets. Too many hurdles in front of Zach Pascal.
Yeah. So is 384 yards not reproducible this year?
Barring injury, no. Now, one injury changes all that, but that's kind of when you make a bet like that, if you're going over, you're kind of hoping that, and you probably don't want to do that as an Eagles fan, that somebody gets injured and he's forced to play more than expected, and then the numbers become very gettable, but only due to injury.
And I'll give Zach Pascal this much credit. He, in his first 3 years in the league, played in all 16 games. Last year, he played 16 out of 17. So when you're factoring potential injuries for other players that would open up opportunities for Zach, you also have to factor in, Zach could get hurt.
Yeah.
Probably not, because he's been injury-free for the most part in his NFL career. And, oh, by the way, I don't think he's going to be getting all that many snaps. You got to be on the field to be able to accumulate numbers and or to get injured. And Zach got pushed significantly down the depth chart with the acquisition of A.J. Brown. So his numbers, if you got in on him early, I don't even think any wagering site would put out numbers this early on Zach Pascal. But if you did, we put him out just in theory here on Birds 365. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be getting all that many opportunities to have the ball thrown his way. John McMullen and Jody McDonald here with you on Birds 365. We give you the Eagle perspective. Like to get a national guy on every once in a while. The out-of-town look gives you a little balance and perspective on the upcoming season. We'll get Matt Verderam from Fansided to join us next. Love the fact that he's already picked all 272 games this year, including a loss by the Eagles week 1. What, Verderam? We'll ask him about it. Great exercise picking all the games. Matty V from Fansided and his favorite podcast, Stacking the Box as well. Going to stack it with us next year on Birds 365.